What's going on? It's your boy No Drift, and you know what it is, man. We're back in here with another message because you know this is a public service announcement, man. Let's get it going, man. Today's video, I think, is very important. I think it's gonna be a very, very good video, and yeah, let's get into it. So, one day I will die. That's a reality of life. That's something I've come to realize after a long time. I've come to accept after a while, and I think it's something that helps me push myself forward, push myself to the maximum. You know, let me give you an example. If I told you exactly the date of the day that you were going to die, your attitude to life would dramatically switch. You'd start doing the things that you didn't feel like you wanted to do. You start doing the things that you thought you could postpone. You'd start doing things that you wanted to do, but you started to push further. Your attitude to life would be extremely productive, would be extremely positive. You wouldn't let any negativity come to you. Essentially, you'd be pushing yourself to the maximum in order to enjoy life and make the most of the things that you have around you. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't be indulging too much in instant gratification. You wouldn't be doing cheap activities. You wouldn't be spending your evenings watching Netflix, but you'd be out there building things, creating things, making new experiences, and trying to live in the real world as much as possible and use the tools made available to you. You'd be practicing gratefulness. All these things, right? And this concept came to me while I was in the gym. So one day I was just at the gym doing lateral raises, lifting my weights, pushing myself to the maximum as I usually do. And I was listening to the epic music and it was just in my head, right? And I was just lost in the moment. Sometimes when you're doing some things, you're just lost in that moment. I was present. I wasn't thinking about anything. And then all of a sudden, a thought came to my head. And that thought was, if someone was to shoot me right now, if I was to die right now, I wouldn't feel sad about it. Of course, there are family and friends who would be sad about it, but I wouldn't go out being like, oh damn, I'm gone. Because I felt fulfilled at that point in time. I felt like I was pushing myself to the maximum, and therefore on my deathbed, I would have felt like I've done every single thing I could in this life to live to the best of my ability and cherish it to the most. And I was doing something I really enjoyed, which sometimes can bring some discomfort, but also makes me a better person. And so that is the attitude I take towards life. I keep present of the fact that one day I will die, one day I will be 6 feet deep. But at the same time, that doesn't make me sad. That actually pushes me to live to the maximum, so that on my deathbed, if I have the chance to reflect before I pass away, I can look back with a smile and also look forward with anticipation to see what's next. Maybe there is nothing. Maybe there is a whole new world. Who knows? But you see the concept that I'm talking about. I was reading the book called Mastery by Robert Greene, and it outlaid the lives of all the masters that have lived through life and have mastered something. They've mastered the craft. And there was the one of Leonardo da Vinci. And it struck me and it stayed with me after years of reading that book, because on his deathbed he said that he felt exactly the way he felt when he was a kid and he spent a whole day out in the garden, in the forest, in the bushes playing, and then he went to bed tired because he lived a fulfilling life. He pushed himself to the maximum. He lived a really fulfilling life. So when it was time to pass away, he was happy, he was content. And that's the concept I want to take away from here today. It's not a concept of negativity, but one of positivity. One that should show you that, hey, there's only one chance. One day I'm going to pass away. I'm going to make the most of the days that I have here. I'm going to make things positive. I'm going to surround myself with positive energy. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to push myself to the maximum. I'm going to apply myself to everything I really care about. Of course, sometimes there are things that you don't really care about, and then those ones you can be half-assed them, but the things that you think matter to you, those evenings spent watching TV, maybe you can spend them, maybe like me, opening a YouTube channel and putting your time into there, learning how to make more money, going to the gym and applying yourself, right? And this is a sentence that the old emperor of Rome said, and that is Marcus Aurelius. Sorry about that. That is Marcus Aurelius, and he said the Memento Mori, which means remember that you must die. And with that thing in mind, you can live a very happy and fulfilling life to the best of your abilities. And that is something that I encourage. Society tries to keep that concept away from us because we don't talk about it a lot, we don't discuss it about it, and what happens is that we approach it with negativity, with fear, because we don't try to understand the meaning behind it. And what happens is that most people end up living unfulfilling lives because they act as if they are going to live forever. They act as if there isn't something that they have to do before they pass away. There isn't something worthwhile doing. And so hiding the realities of life away from us, it kind of like stunts our growth. It stunts our chances for happiness. It stunts our chances to make lasting relationships. It stunts our chances to be happy and present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? So this is just something I wanted to talk about, and this is why I try to push myself to the maximum. I've tasted the lows, I want to taste the highs and see how high I can go, so that on my deathbed I can be fully content and satisfied. And yes, it's as crazy as it sounds, look forward to see what comes next. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this is your boy No Drift. It's a little short video. I hope this helped you out. Push yourself to the max, live to the best of your abilities, and I will catch you back in the next one. Peace.